Hello there, Aries. This is Sophie with Lady of the Unknown Oracle. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are new to my channel, I am so excited to have you here with us. I hope you enjoy, and thank you for being here. And if you are returning, thank you guys so much for all of your love, support, comments, everything. I am over the moon, and I want you to know that I am so grateful for you guys being here. You guys are my confirmation that I am on, the right path, and that the timing is right for me, and you guys are just my confirmation. So thank you for being my sign. All right, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Now, before we get started with your love reading, I wanted to quickly note that I won't be assigning time frames to our readings together. Okay, so whenever you see this reading, it's because there is something valuable here for you to take away. That could be a shift in perspective, a truth, a lesson. Something here is calling your attention. Whatever doesn't apply, just leave it here. But if you are here, that's because either there is something that will be revealed, something that can help you with your current situation. If not, it's something that will help you in a situation or circumstance that is coming towards you, or it will help you clearly see a very important perspective or an important lesson in something that you have just come out of. But at the end of the day, it's your free will. And if you feel that the energy here doesn't resonate with you, then, by all means, I will see you later. All right. Thank you for stopping by. But without further ado, we're going to go right on ahead, my loves. We're going to go ahead and do your general love reading, Aries. Now, if you would like further clarification on any of the elements that I cover today, you can book a personal reading with me. All the information is in the description box down below. Okay, so Aries, you are very sad about something. Okay, I don't know if you're dealing with a Pisces. I'm telling you without fail, every time I start shuffling, could be dealing with a soulmate connection here. Someone who's very resistant, could have Libra in their chart. The Five of Cups is exactly what I was going to say. That came out in your pre-shuffle. Okay, I don't know if something's making you sad, something from the past, a past partnership, a partnership that you're currently in, and there's something from the past that you're bringing into it. You could be with a Libra, you could be with a Pisces. The Hanged Man came flying out for you. So you could be in a position right now, Aries, where your sadness is really not getting you where you want to be, but you don't know how to move forward, because the Four of Pentacles came up, the Four of Swords. So you're healing from something, but you're still blocking something. You're holding on to an old ideal or something that is not helping you grow or improve. It's just a safe place. It's like a comfort. It's like a safe place, a comfort, something that you do when you need to be comfortable, even though it's not really good for you, right? That could be just a habit. It could be drinking, smoking, some kind of behavior that really doesn't fulfill you, but it helps you take the edge off of the sadness. Okay. You also had Temperance come out, so you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. The Hierophant came out as well, so you could be dealing with a Taurus or just a very strong earth sign. Page of Pentacles came out. But either way, an immense amount of healing and reestablishment of inner peace is the goal for you. So we're going to find out what the details are here. We're going to do a Celtic cross spread, guys, where I go over your current circumstances, what's on your mind, what's crossing you, what's in your heart, what happened in the recent past for you, what's coming into the immediate future, how you see yourself, what is in the environment that you may or may not be aware of that could help you or hinder you, and your fear and the potential outcome. Whatever energy is not yours is likely to be the person who you are connecting with. You don't want to talk much, Aries. What's going on? Here we go. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me. What's happening? What's happening? Four of Swords. You're healing. You're going within. You're trying to consolidate old ideas. You're trying to figure out how to move forward. Ace of Pentacles. You want a new beginning. You want to start over. You want that new job. You want that new home. You want that new beginning that will set you up to be with the person that you're with. The Two of Cups did not come out, but it was in the cut when I was shuffling during the pre-shuffle. So Aries, you are probably in a romantic connection with somebody, but the biggest hang up that you have right now, the biggest impediment to your progress forward with your partner, has a lot to do with where you are in life, right? The tangible things, the practical things. You're not where you want to be in life, so it's affecting the way you view yourself, and a byproduct of that is that it's affecting the way you treat your partner. It affects what you're able to contribute to the partnership. Hanged Man as your current position, being crossed by the Lovers. Could be dealing with a Gemini as well. What's on your mind is the Knight of Wands. This is your energy too. In your heart is the King of Wands. In the recent past, you had the Ten of Swords. Coming in, you've got the Five of Cups. You see yourself as the Moon. You might be depressed, Aries. Be careful. If you need help, ask for it. Don't be afraid. In the environment, you've got you've got a decision to make. This Two of Wands. You know the world is in your hands, but you're just not moving. Your fear here is the Queen of Wands. Afraid you're not going to be able to step into your power. And the outcome here is the Tower. All right. Things like the Ten of Swords and the Tower to me are very positive indications, because the ends are welcome. Endings may hurt, right? Endings may hurt, but something new, something better, something that you get to choose for yourself can finally fill that space. So the Four of Wands wants to come out. This is all about stability. This could, in terms of your relationship, have something to do with the fact that you guys live together, or you are trying to get to a place where you feel comfortable living together, or just that next step in your relationship. You want to escalate things. You want to upgrade wherever you guys are. But your current position here is the Hanged Man. Someone's feeling insecure. Something's not progressing. Something's not moving. Something is just kind of sitting there. Now, if you have Pisces in your chart, Aries, Moon, Rising, Venus, just anywhere in your chart that is relevant, you know, this is you trying to look at something differently. This could be a partnership, possibly with a Gemini. Does not have to be. But there's something here that you're healing from, and something that you're trying to reconsider. You're trying to look at it in a different light. What is this that you're trying to look at in a different light, please? Okay. Could be dealing with a Capricorn, and the relationship between you guys is on a standstill. If not, this is the connection that you have with another person, and that is on hold. Either because it's toxic, or it's becoming toxic because no progress is being made. Something is, you guys are spinning your wheels, and it's giving one or both parties the impression that you guys are essentially using each other, or only with each other for all the wrong reasons. Something is breeding this heaviness, though, this entrapment. It could be as well, Aries, with you being represented as the Hanged Man. You feel trapped, whether in this connection or in your own mind. You're trying to tell yourself you're trying to change the narrative about where you are. Now, if you are trying to change that narrative to come out of a dark place, you know, which will clarify, because eventually in the outcome we do have the Tower. So there is going to be a release of some kind. If you're in a dark place right now and you're trying to come out of it, right? I see you making progress towards that. The overarching energy for the clarifiers is the Queen of Swords with the Seven of Wands. So you're finally going to put in the type of resistance against a negative, heavy energy here that may have been long overdue. But you're finally stepping into the power of not being run over by your feelings and by your passions, but really looking at the facts and telling yourself, you know what, this is what I want. This is what I deserve. And I know that maybe I'm not ready. I don't feel ready to do this, but I know that it's the right time, and I just have to force myself to do things the right way, because it's the right way, and that's how I'm going to lead my life. The Queen of Swords has a very justice energy about it. So you could also be dealing with a Libra. Now with this Lovers, this is a partnership, a very important choice, very strong soulmate energy here with the Lovers and the Six of Cups. This could be a past life partnership. This could be a soulmate relationship that you guys have a lot of history in. This could be an ex that's making this difficult. right? This could be a soul partner that you left in the past with the Ten of Swords. And so while you want security and you want to progress things in a partnership with another person, something about a past energy, either a memory, something, a memory that you're bringing with you into the present, or an actual ex who is trying to come back in and influence your thinking, trying to reignite a passion for them even though you are with someone new or someone already. Either way, though, you're trying to rewrite the narrative. You or the person you're connecting with is trying to look at a connection, or the way they are perceiving the connection, in a different way, because they are being challenged. They are being challenged with a decision. They're being challenged with a very positive energy with the Lovers and the Six of Cups. But this could be someone from their past who is not welcome into their current position, or the fact that the connection that they are currently in, or the connection that you are currently in, Aries, is a very good connection, but you don't see it as good. You see it as a trap. You see it as a limitation. You see it as a reason you can't move beyond and do certain things that you want. Now, on your mind, you've got the Knight of Wands. So this could be a fire sign. This could be Leo, Aries, Sag. With the Seven of Swords, this is very player-like energy, in and out, someone having taken advantage. You might be either thinking about engaging in sneaky behavior behind your partner's back, or if you're dealing with a fire sign or someone who embodies those elements, you might be suspicious that they are going to be going behind your back to do something. That doesn't have to be the case. It could also just be that the sneakiness, that feeling of hopelessness in your mind that comes with the Seven of Swords, that feeling of someone taking advantage, that could be the kind of thought that is in and out of your mind a lot. You could constantly be in this weird cyclical, like a mind fuck. I'm sorry for the word. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like a mind fuck where, it's just your brain is like attacking itself, right? With all these failures, or with this constant feeling of being trapped and feeling like maybe you can't move beyond the circumstance because of whatever the limitation. Well, I'm in my 30s and this is just where I need to be in terms of relationships by now. Yeah, I don't love them, but what else am I supposed to do? You're supposed to live a life that's true to you, Aries. You don't have to be married. You don't have to be in a commitment if you don't want to be. Screw everyone else. Everyone else is living the lives that they want. Whether or not it's on their own terms is their problem. At the end of the day, if you're not happy, what do people tell you? Oh, well, if you're unhappy, why not change something? It's like, but these are the same people that last year told you how to live your life. You know what I'm saying, Aries? Don't listen to people. These people, if you're going to take anyone's advice, look at how their life is before you take their advice. Now, if their life is a reflection of the type of honesty you would like to live out in your life, then take their advice. But if their life is kind of in the gutter and they're over here telling you how to live, please discard and don't feel bad. These people are going to hammer at you all the time about how you never listen to them, and forget them, Aries, okay? You're an independent spirit. You can do what you want. It's not your job, to try to weed through all of these people's ridiculous opinions. You are unique. You are very unique, Aries. It is your job, it is your obligation to yourself to live a life on your own terms. And that is for everyone, okay? But Aries, you are very driven, and you're a creator. We all are, but you really throw yourself in the trenches, and you take risks that a lot of us really wouldn't take. Like, it would take the members of the rest of the zodiac years to do something that would only take you an hour to decide that you're going to do right now. You know what I'm saying? You are very fast and you are very determined and you shake things up. So don't allow the hesitance of other people influence the way you handle your business. If there's something that you need to get out of your system in a certain way you need to go about your business in life, then just do it. Ignore other people. If you're not hurting anyone, you're not hurting yourself, who cares? Right? Because you're feeling trapped, and you really shouldn't be feeling trapped, Aries. You're a free spirit. You are the Fool card in the tarot, for God's sake. You are the risk taker, and that's your element. You shouldn't feel trapped. Right? And it could be just your ego here as well. There could be a natural distrust between you and a Capricorn here where you're trying to look at things differently because you're suspicious that they're up to something. That even though you guys have a really strong spiritual connection here, there's something that's inconsistent and it's driving you crazy. In your heart, you've got the King of Wands. You are not feeling like yourself, Aries. You're not feeling like yourself. This should be you. You should be feeling like you're in your power, but instead you're feeling trapped. You're feeling like there's something here that you can't do. You know, your self-esteem is low. You have no confidence. This is in your heart space. You are feeling like there's nothing you can do to change your circumstances. And you see yourself as the King of Wands. You see yourself as the kind of person that can get things done. But I feel like this, how you feel with the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, you're seeing this from a bird's eye view. It's almost like you don't recognize who this person is anymore. It's almost like you're afraid that you are becoming a completely different version of who you used to be. Like the person you think of when you think of yourself is actually a past you, and you're moving into the future, creating this you that you don't even recognize based on other people's decisions about how you should be living your life. This is not you, Aries. This is not you. What are you doing? Cut these people's opinions out. Who are they to tell you? I know the Five of Wands isn't here, but I really do feel like there's some outside influence here because your natural tendency is to take risk. Who the hell are you listening to here? Honestly. And if you're afraid of being alone, no, be more afraid of living the kind of life you're about to spend the rest of your life living. That's what you really need to be afraid of. And I'm sorry to tear into you like this, Aries, but seriously, you deserve more than this. You really do, and it's all in your head. I wish I could just grab you by the shoulders and shake you, and then hug you. This is not where you need to be. Okay? This is what's going to affect your love life if you're not already in this connection that you feel trapped in. Now, if this isn't you in your heart space, this is a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, Sag. You feel like this person could be insecure. Right? Maybe you can sense the insecurity and the suspicions just wasping off of this other person that you're with, your counterpart. That you guys have, a very strong connection, but you can sense that they don't trust you. And that's making you feel like, why am I here? Like, why am I in this relationship if you don't even trust me? It's feeling toxic with the Devil here. And you're trying to look at it differently. Like, well, maybe it's just because that they love me and, they've been through a lot. And yes, that's okay. But that can't be your excuse forever. Your reasoning shouldn't be, well, yeah, they were hurt in the past, so that's how this is going to be forever. No, that's how they felt in the past. What are we doing, or what are they doing as an individual, or what are we doing as a couple to move past this? It's not enough to say, well, this is wrong. Okay, this is what's wrong. How are we going to fix it? You need a plan. That's progress. That's growth. If you're not growing, you're dying. That's it. All right? So in the recent past with the Ten of Swords, we have a release of something, some type of ending. It probably hurt a lot. Ten of Swords again, ending, death, but it's a rebirth, okay? So whatever the ending was here in the recent past was with the intentions of bringing something new in. The Death card isn't just a point blank ending. It's a foreboding. It's an ending because something is making its way in and you need to have space available for this thing that's coming in. That's what change is. Change is releasing the old to welcome in the new. Something in the past was eliminated, taken out of the equation, dissolved. Something in the past was ended with the intentions of something new on its way to be able to get settled into your new life. And you're here looking at things in a way where your ego here, it's either your ego that's keeping you feeling trapped. It could be the byproduct of whatever this ending was. It really shook up just your identity. And you might have a Capricorn here and that you're connecting with very strongly, strong soulmate energy, could be an ex. And you're trying to rewrite the narrative, either in favor of them or in favor of you, but it's the feeling of running away from a problem that you need to deal with is what I'm getting. Now coming in, you've got the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is not just mourning and grief. It's realizing that there are still things to be appreciative for. Okay, so this is the Silver Linings card coming in. So yes, you are probably in a lot of pain, possible depression, because you see yourself with the moon here, a lot of anxiety. All right, with the 5 of Swords, more 5s. Page of Swords, 7 of Cups. Something was tainted, some kind of innocence, either the connection that you and this person share or just your notion of love in general. This is very much about, Aries, this is either about you or the other person, but this is of a heavily individualized reading. This is a little bit less to do with you and this other person and more to do with where you are mentally. This is a lot more to do with you. Like, confirmation moment here, you do have a very strong connection with this person that you're bonding with. If it's a Capricorn, things are being held in place a little bit, right? Things are kind of in stagnation because someone here, if they have Gemini in their chart, they're still holding on to something from the past. Something that ended really hurt them, and that pain is still with them. So they're not moving forward with you because they still have a lot of hangups, jealousy, and trust issues. They don't have to be Capricorn. They don't have to be Gemini. But somebody here, either an ex or someone who you share a past relationship with or a soulmate that you have a strong connection with, the progress between you guys is very slow to move forward because someone here is very, very hurt about a past situation that they are still coming into the near future, still mourning about. But now it looks like perhaps they might even be mourning about imagined problems within the relationship. Now they're feeling manipulated. They're looking for information. The Page of Swords with the 5 of Swords. You're looking to manipulate information. Like, you're gathering. It's kind of like, you know, if you go looking for dirt, you're going to find it. You know, so you're going out of your way to find this information. You're going out of your way to find, you know, going through your text messages, going through someone's phone, going through their email, going through their social media, whatever it is, because you're looking for a reason. The 7 of Cups isn't confusion in this deck. It's actually, you know, the tainting of innocence. Debauch. You're taking something that was once very pure and you're muddying it. All right? If you have air in your chart, or this is an air sign that you're dealing with, Aries, this is someone who is carrying that pain from their past into the connection, and they're actually on the verge, you know, the 6 of Cups followed by the 7 of Cups. They're on the verge of taking something that is very pure, and they could be really pressuring the connection by imagining that there's deception where there isn't. And why do I say where there isn't? Because this is all in their head. This is all in their head, and they experienced a pain in the past, and they are coming up here as looking at things in a different perspective in order to try to change their mindset. They're feeling trapped. Trapped twice with the Devil and the 8 of Swords. There's a sense here that what they're thinking isn't justified, and I have to agree. I'm not seeing clarification that there's anything innately destructive about this connection besides the fact that someone is reliving their past in their current connection. And this could be a hang up that they have from the past relationship in terms of how they view their partner. They might not have trust for their partner, or they have no trust that their partner will give them the freedom to do what they have to do in their lives. Like, they don't have confidence to move forward because they're feeling restricted by their partner. It could be imaginary. It could definitely be true as well, right? There could, for a small group of you, be a younger air sign who really is just, you know, a true liar, that is starting to embed these trust issues in your mind because of the way they go about collecting information from you, making it seem like it's okay for them to be concerned about where you're going all hours of the night, but then whenever you turn around and ask the same of them, they make it a problem. But either way, someone here is bringing some element from the past into their present. And coming in, I'm seeing more swords energy, more thoughts. And these thoughts and this manipulation, even if there is manipulation present, is going to be what's going to taint this connection. If it's not you, it's the other person. You see yourself as the moon with the 6 of Wands. So you see yourself as victorious in some respect, right? You do see yourself, your intuition, you could be feeling very confident about your intuition. If nothing else, you know that at least you have some type of control, even though you're feeling confused. You recognize that there is a depth to the connection between you and this other person. And that could be the one thing that could be your silver lining here, especially with the Five of Cups. It's the Two of Cups that is left in the environment. And what's the Two of Cups? A reciprocating partnership. And those are the cups that are left standing in the Five of Cups. So it could be that the depth that you and your partner have is really the only silver lining you have that keeps you really being driven mad by these thoughts that maybe they're lying to you, or these self-defeating thoughts that you have about you not being good enough in a connection, right? But at the very least, there's a recognition. The Six of Wands is a spotlight. It's someone gaining recognition. So you could be feeling very victorious, and those are just in your feelings. You feel like you're going about things the right way because you feel like maybe you're protecting yourself. If that's the case, I'm seeing a lot of self-doubt here, and I really can't confirm that you're on the right track, Aries. If you feel like you are withdrawing, or you're carrying your past energy into this connection, and that you are successfully doing so without showing your hand, you may not be showing your hand, but it's eating you up inside, and that's not fulfillment. So I can't confirm that you should be feeling victorious about anything. You should really be addressing this, is what you should be doing. Find the support that you need. You can always reach out to support groups. You can always reach out in the comments below as well. We're all supportive here. You can always share yourself with us. You can join the Sage's Sanctuary, which is the Lady of the Unknown Oracle support group, if you are willing to contribute some of your time, right? We have a really awesome group of people there that are willing to share and support and lift people up, So you're not alone in this, but if you need help, do not be too proud and just ask for the damn help. We're here. You're not alone. We're here. Okay? So, at the very least, there's recognition and a spotlight being placed on the emotional aspect of this connection. You could be feeling like you're also coming out of anxiety. You could be feeling very happy about the fact that whatever it is you are currently working through, or the fact that you've recently gone through some search for information and have found nothing, right? And it has kind of alleviated your feelings of grief and distrust, and you're feeling really victorious about the fact that your conscience is cleared. But the thing with the moon is that it's cyclic. So this isn't going to be this was not the first, and it won't be the last time you feel inclined to invade someone else's privacy to answer questions that you won't ask them. And that's going to put you in this perpetual Eight of Swords energy for a while. So the advice here is to address the situation. It's going to continue happening. And if you want to solve the problem now, you should really make it an issue to talk about it. And stop holding it in your head. Stop holding this issue in your head. Now in the environment, you've got the Two of Wands with the Five of Cups again. So you have to make a decision about this grief. You have to decide to shift your perspective. In this deck, this person is staring at the Three Cups that have spilt over, but in this deck, the person is still paying attention to the cups that are standing. So here, the choice is clearly you have to make a decision to shift your eyes to what still stands. So if you're hanging on to a past issue, realize that the past remains in the past, and that until you have any real evidence in the current situation or in your current connection to believe that there is something to distrust, do not treat that person like they are not trustworthy. Only react based on information that you now have, or information doesn't have to be blatantly, oh, I found a text message or I found a receipt. It can be they're withdrawing affection. They're not prioritizing me in their schedule. They said they were gonna meet up with me, but they didn't. It can be the absence of commitment, and not just the blatant delivery of commitment to someone else that can drive you to feeling distrust. So you're still justified. You can leave a connection for any reason that you feel like. Just by feeling unhappy with yourself, you can leave a connection. You need to find fulfillment and feel happy, and without hurting yourself, without hurting others. You just have to find a place of fulfillment and that inner balance. Okay, so things can get messy before they get clean. It's okay. It's okay, Aries. It doesn't have to be according to any type of plan, and you shouldn't feel like a failure if things fall through, in a way that you didn't expect. This happens. But right now in your environment, there's a need to make a decision. If this isn't your energy, remember, it could always be the person that you're dealing with, and it could be that this person is trying to make a decision to change their perspective. and focus on the aspects of the relationship, or just focus on the relationship period. There could have been an innately just neglecting type of a neglect about the connection, that someone was not paying attention to the connection and instead was way too focused over what was lost, and they haven't been appreciating the connection or their counterpart very much. Okay, what's here in your fear is the Queen of Wands. Your fear is that you're going to be waiting a long time for you to feel back in your element. You're feeling really detached, really disillusioned. You're feeling like you're not yourself. What's this Tower here? You could be connecting with a Scorpio here. Page of Cups, more water energy. Okay, remember, the overarching energy here was the Queen of Swords. So the Tower here, if you have water in your chart, you're going to be coming into a really significant epiphany that is going to make you realize that it's not possible to have the life you want while carrying the weight of the life you lived. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's essentially what this epiphany is going to feel like for you. It's going to be the kind of understanding about what you're trying to do and why it's not working. Because you're trying too hard to make multiple things happen, or you're trying too hard to prioritize. It's almost like trying to, it's like you scheduled yourself twice in the same time slot. Right? It's not possible to live the life you desire and be that person who you must be in order to live that life that you desire, while still embodying the person from your past, because who you were in the past got what they got because they continued certain behaviors that permitted certain circumstances and permitted certain behaviors and permitted certain things, people, places, for being in their environment. When you're a different person, you don't make those same allowances. You don't allow the same treatment. You don't allow the same people in your environment. You can't be who you must be to be happy and then still embody the parts of you from your old self who was unhappy. And it's going to come to you because you're going to have to make a choice. Remember that the Ace of Pentacles came out in the split while we were shuffling earlier on. And so there is this notion that a pentacle is going to be dropped. This Knight of Wands energy is also on your mind with the Seven of Swords. So if you are dealing if you're connecting with a fire sign who has been unfaithful in the past, unfortunately, the shakeup here could be that you find out that they never actually stopped and that they've been juggling multiple people. Probably a Scorpio, doesn't matter. You're going to find that they've actually been continuing to juggle multiple people, and you're going to find that out. Either you're going to find the evidence, or you're going to realize that you just were never priority, and that's gonna shake things up, and you're going to realize something about the perceptions you've been having about this person, about this connection. There is definitely a connection here, guys, but this there's so much. There's swords and there's water on top of wands, which is your energy, and it's just like, this is a lot of internal energy. So this is your love reading, but basically, Aries, if I had to sum it up for you, your current connection, whether it is flourishing or not, is your experience of it is being deeply, deeply affected, or the person who you are connecting with, their experience of this connection with you is being deeply, deeply affected by either your or their understanding and adoption of past pain that they're carrying or that you're carrying into the future. Someone here is dwelling and is essentially holding on to pain and applying it and reflecting it onto their counterpart here. Either they are suspicious that this person that they're connecting with is up to no good, and they're taking that distrust, whether or not it's founded, they're taking that distrust all the way through, or there is something about this partnership that feels innately, just intrinsically, just like a trap. There's something very, very limiting about this connection. And because of that, it's really getting into your self-esteem. It's really getting into your self-worth. It's making you think about the relationship in certain ways That's not healthy. It's making you consider acting out of the relationship in certain ways. And honestly, you could even be feeling really bad that you feel this way. You could be feeling really guilty. You could be feeling really guilty. You could be feeling manipulated by this person. But there's a need here to make a decision, okay? The tower is going to come down at some point. This tower is going to come down at some point. You're going to realize what decision needs to be made. Not that you have to make a decision. I think you know that that's pretty clear, the fact that you have to make a decision on how to be, on what to do with these self-limiting beliefs, what to do with these limitations that, let's say hypothetically speaking, for me, hypothetically, for you, this could be your reality. If these boundaries and limitations truly do exist, what are you going to do? Right? What are you going to do with these boundaries? What is the plan? How can you overcome them? Where do you start? Don't allow yourself to get into this cycle of dealing and coping and hoping for the best. You're an Aries. Put your foot down. Right? Stand in your power. It's okay to be weak for moments. And then when you're done, you brush yourself off, get back up and say, okay, I'm back in my power. Let's do it. And it can be a slow progression forward, but it must be done. You have to stand in the light of your identity and who you know you are. If there's a problem here, sulk about it, feel bad about it, cry about it, call a friend, find a support group, get in your emotions for a minute so that you can kind of put an end to, the more you try to push these emotions down, the more they find ways of leaking out. They seep out of everything eventually. Give it a good outlet, release it, get a good cry in, call a friend that you trust and really just let them have it. Vent, argue, scream into a pillow, go boxing, go work out at the gym. Give it an outlet. Let it go. Let it, it's not going anywhere. If you leave it there, it's gonna fester. Get it out of your system. And then when you feel clear and you're tired of crying and you're tired of working out and you're tired of talking and you're just freaking tired of the constant attention that you're giving to your emotions, start over and be like, okay, all right, I'm done. Go shower, go take a second, have a cup of tea, go have a nice meal, and be like, all right, I let it go. Now what do I do? What's the plan? How do I get over this? Because that's your essence, Aries. You're a doer. You create. But I'm seeing here that whether you like it or not, whether you're prepared or not, something is going to happen. Either an epiphany or a very significant shakeup where you're not going to have a choice. Balance is going to have to be reestablished. If you're trying to juggle multiple elements in your life, you're going to realize you're going to hit a wall and something here is not going to be possible to juggle anymore. It just won't. It just won't. If it's a relationship, the person's going to pull away and there's going to be no more relationship to juggle. For example, there's an uncontrollable element here that will remove itself from your juggling act that you will be like, oh, I didn't mean to. And no, it doesn't matter. It was never yours. And while it was here in your environment, you didn't want to take care of it or you didn't want to address it. So now it's gone. And a decision is going to have to be made in order to reestablish balance. In the end, this is good, Aries. In the end, this is great. Because you need a break from all of this. So whatever is taken out with the tower in the end, you really need that. You really do. You deserve, when the Two of Pentacles leads, what do you have behind? You have the Ace. You really need that new beginning. You need to restore your faith in yourself. Restore the faith in commitment even. If there's something, if this is trust for you, you need to be able to rebuild that idea that true commitment does exist with the right person. So even though this will be devastating, and even though you're in a lot of pain right now, and there's a lot of torture and a lot of suffering, in the end, whatever this tower brings is going to be a huge relief compared to what you're feeling. So it's okay. It'll be okay. Even if right now it sucks and it feels hard, it's okay. All right, but just really do your due diligence and try to get these emotions out. Try to talk about your feelings if you trust this person. If you don't, talk to someone who you do trust and whose advice you value based on how you see their lives. Take someone's advice whose life is pretty fulfilling for them. And really just find an avenue to let out your thoughts, let out your feelings, and process everything. So that way, should this tower moment force certain things out of your hand, you are more than prepared to handle what your new life will look like. I think beyond this tower, you're going to be amazing. Beyond this tower, you're going to be sitting pretty and you're going to feel so much better. Okay, Aries? Now, Aries, this was a really difficult reading for you. So I'm sorry if I was a little bit rough, but I get defensive over you guys because I really do draw a lot of inspiration from your energy. And it kills me when I see someone suffocate your light like this. So please, if this is you, this is your situation, and there's something here that you would like clarified, get in touch with me through my email, through whatever means of communication. I have links in the description box. Get in touch with me. You know, even if it's just to vent and express something that you're going through, I am here for you. You are not alone, and you shouldn't feel like you are alone. Okay, you can again join the Sage's Sanctuary. That's also in the description box below. The link to join is in the description box. You should not feel alone during this time. And if you do, seek out good company. You are not alone. You shouldn't feel that way. Okay, Aries, we're here for you. I'm here for you. People love you. People aspire to have your energy. People aspire to be like you. So if you're suffering right now, that's okay, but you shouldn't be alone in this. All right? So I'm going to leave this there. I'm going to leave this here with you, Aries. Again, please reach out if you need support. I love you very, very much. Please take care of yourself, all right? You know how to get in touch with me if you need me. And until next time, lots of love. I'm sending you huge, annoyingly suffocating bear hugs. And I will see you later, okay? Bye, Aries.